saying sound, Robert. We just did that whole bit and nobody even heard us.
Test
Hit
one,
the sound
two.
button.
That was me.
Oh, there's no sound at all. Oh my god.
We're blank from.
Okay, bring us in, Joe.
Let's
Bring
start
us
this
in.
over again.
Bring us in, Joe.
Okay.
Hit it.
Are we ready?
He's not going to start it
Okay.
over.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Gym Crashers with Adam Woods,
Hey, what's the fuck?
Dondo, and James
Cardenas.
Cardenas. Now we're
go.
talking about the stuff he's wearing. Local Santa Ana, businesses. You got Suavecito that was created in Santa Ana. Gunther's in Santa Ana.
Yep.
The little we recently were talking about Waxy,
Yeah.
the Toro shop off of First Street. Great
Show him the
business.
tower. The guy's got the Santa Ana water tower over there by
that's
the
what
train
I'm
station.
That's old school right there too.
Leno 714, check him out. He does
Oh.
art. He did this art. I actually did this on a hat as well.
Wow.
And he's a good dude. He actually he lives up north now, but he's actually an instructor, MMA instructor as well.
Oh, we got to talk to
Good
that
dude.
guy.
He's a really good dude.
You got to
Super cool dude.
introduce us.
Yeah.
That's actually tattooed on Joey's butt. The water tower from
Actually, I
Santa
have it on my leg
Ana.
as well.
Shit, bro.
Well, you were born underneath it, so I figured it was somewhere.
It's on my penis.
Oh my goodness, it's not that big. Come on.
Was he born under a bad sign?
If
or
it
what
can
the
fit on
fuck?
a Snickers wrapper, maybe,
My
but not
wife tells me
that.
it's pretty big.
Your wife lies to you all the time, buddy.
But I'm glad we got Santa Ana representing the house. That's,
Right?
that's good shit, bro.
This is Joey's heart. He talks about being home all the time. It's all he ever wants to be Santa Ana.
And then what you guys missed, what I told these guys earlier when the sound was off, I told my wife, hey, if I ever die and if I'm like in a different city, just roll me into Santa Ana so I can just die there. And what did you say, Dondo?
I said it's a long ass roll.
Asshole. Okay.
That's okay.
I say
And then
he
you said something else.
Yeah.
I know what it did.
I say he vacations in Antarctica and then fucking kicks a bucket, and I would like to see the roll that happens from Antarctica to fucking Santa Ana.
That would be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
bringing the space shuttle into USC auditorium.
Wait,
Wherever it is, right?
don't they have the
They flew
Challenger?
it, yeah, it came in. They went down, the 101 up the 5. They got across the 10, and everybody was following it. You don't remember that day?
Stop talking about your sexual escapades,
Well,
Dondo.
this
Damn
guy.
you.
Where is
Fuck.
he at
I
today?
think he was talking
You're
about
jealous.
when he was the mascot at the West Hollywood Parade.
Hey,
That's
All those
every
little
year.
cubs out there.
Hey.
Dondo.
it's not.
Long Beach Pride, thank you.
All those little cubs.
It's not just New Year's Eve when those balls drop. So there you go.
That ball's
Not that
dropped a
there's
long
anything
time
wrong
ago.
with that. Yay.
Thank
Yay.
you. Thank you, Woods.
Anyways, what'd you guys do this weekend? Anything?
Well, we covered, Robert and I were at Team Oyama, covered some Team Iridium stuff, bringing it back to seriousness. A young, prospering fighter by the name of Jean-Paul Bosnoyan. So he's coming up. We'll have an interview about or covering that later in the show. Adam, what'd you do?
I don't know, man. I think I went to like Bermuda's Triangle or some shit.
Nothing else? Nothing important? You didn't cover any fights? I saw you somewhere. No bumps and bruises? No?
Nothing. And I apologize, but my brain is like.
You're a little
I don't
off?
know.
That's okay.
But there's
happens.
something that happened.
That's okay. More midget jokes.
And
It's
I was
okay.
probably there.
I
There
like
you
it.
go.
And then our homeboy here, James, he's coming up on his birthday. So happy birthday, James.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
early
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
He
Appreciate
just told the story while the mics were off because producer Robert decided to click them off and just, make us look funny like bobbleheads and no words. That he's busting his ass all weekend because his birthday's coming up. He's going to Disneyland. Instead of, putting out a GoFundMe to go to Disneyland, he's busting his ass making these hats. So check the hat. Anybody wants a Gym Crasher hat and Cholo logo, hit me up.
I love that hat, man. Like I said,
that. I like
Right?
that. You already got the name down
I'm
there.
just saying, it reminds me of my old neighborhood, man. You walk down the alleyway and you just, oh shit.
Does it say Joey the Bull in these letters?
No.
Over on Flower?
No, I was born, honestly, I think I told you before, I was born in the ghettos of Santa Anita.
That's right.
Oh shit! All
Yeah,
right.
right in that area.
That's where Soycito all started. They're all from around that area.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Not the same Santa Anita with the
No,
horses.
No.
Okay.
There's something
That's a
like
neighborhood. Yeah. That's a neighborhood.
Joey was an alley boy back then.
No, I was never an alley boy. Strictly, neighborhood was all Santa Anita, man.
He was one of the lopers.
I was gonna say. I mean,
No, don't even go there, bro. I might get jumped on the way home.
hey, if you go to buy the other Santa Anita, you'd probably get fucked up. Just ask Christopher Reeve. Oh, I went there. 10 points. Rest in peace, Superman.
Sometimes I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll go with it. Is Superman there or something? Christopher Reeve?
Yeah, because he rode a horse.
Oh, he
fell
got
down.
paraplegic from that? That's not nice.
I know,
Make fun of-
Inglewood. What's up with you, dog?
What's
I don't
this
know.
guy?
Yeah, that was my only
Making
point
fun of
reference.
Superman?
What the hell's your problem?
You like action figures and, superheroes and all that stuff?
Yeah, Batman. He's
Oh,
my
Batman's the
go-to guy right there.
Darkest
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah. But you know, all the Marvel and all that, I watch all that with my sons. I mean, I got 2 boys, Devin and Nico, 8 and 5. So and a
Shout
little
out.
girl,
To Devin and Nico. Yeah.
thank you, and my little daughter Ayana. So and she's a tomboy. She's surrounded by boys, and my wife Vanessa, and we're all about, you know, we pretty much do everything together. You know, like
Yeah.
You know. It was hard for me to get here today because I was like, I'm gonna miss out on a little bit of work. I'm gonna miss out the family. I'm like, no, I need the exposure. Homeboy here has been giving me love since I was at like 300 followers. I'm like, I want to say like 12 off or 10 off from
Follow
2000.
Wow.
You know, and I just started the page in March. You know, and I've been building it. You know, shouting people out. You know,
Good stuff.
And it's not like fake following. Like I don't know if you've seen pages where they got like 20,000 followers, then you go to their likes and they have like 20 likes, and
Yeah.
it's like, come on.
Yeah.
I just finally touched down in Japan. Some of my stuff, like there's a guy named Nori out there that purchased 16 hats off me last week.
Wow, that's cool.
Noriega.
Yeah.
Cool. And speaking of Japan, a lot of local guys are saying that. I know Jose, the guy from Motorrad Tattooing.
Yeah.
I remember that cat when he was a nobody, and then now
Look at him now.
He's big now. It's hard to book a tattoo work with
Hell
him.
yeah.
I mean, it takes like a year to get with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing he touched me was he got me this right here on my arm, this whole little situation over here. But man, he's a great guy, man.
Hell yeah.
Now it's just hard to get him.
So shout out to Lowrider Tattoo Jose
Yeah.
That's right.
Big
for
dog.
tagging up Joey's body. Right?
Like
Loving
Tito
that.
Ortiz and Dennis Rodman in the 90s.
I think Joey was at that party.
Yeah.
He was the peanut butter in that sandwich.
Yes,
There you
I
go.
guess I will.
There you go.
Leave that to another story.
Yeah,
Another
there
story.
you go. So James, obviously, anybody that follows word of mouth, I mean, it's a phenomenal page, and you do
Thank you.
real, true to life art. I mean, we've got, it's not just the city of Orange, it's not the city of Santa Ana, but you've got like almost every city down the 5 freeway.
That's
You're
right.
showing love, and
I'm getting there. Yeah.
yeah. So how did you get into, embroidery and everything? Obviously, you mentioned your full-time job, which
Yeah.
is news to a lot of people here because, again, your work, I mean, it stands alone. But how did you get into embroidery?
Well, I was at a job. This is like in the late 2009. Got let go after like 3-4 years. You know, I used to work at a chrome shop, and I was unemployed for a while. And I've always wanted to do, like, I guess you could say fashion. You know,
Yeah.
As a kid, I still
For
can
sure.
remember in high school, I always wanted to do like screen printing. You know, I always wanted to have my own brand. It wasn't called what it is now. You know, this is all 7, which is another thing that I have going on. Aside from word of mouth, obviously, the word of mouth is the business/service. You know, it's an embroidery, and it's for everybody. All 7 is for everybody as well, but it's for me, and I'm not like catering to everybody. I'm
Yeah.
putting out my art that I've worked with a couple artists with, and putting it on hats and shirts for now, and
That's
then
dope.
we're gonna keep doing more things. But I just stumbled onto it, honestly. Like I still remember I answered a Craigslist ad. They were hiring in Santa Ana off of right there by the DMV on
Grand.
on First and Grand,
Yeah.
and interviewed some guy named Paco. I'm actually still good friends with him, good dude, and then that's all that happened. Like I worked there for about a year. I got laid off because it was a very seasonal job. We did embroidery for fraternity and sororities nationwide.
Sororities. You
Yeah.
hear my man?
So I would do that, and then during the summer, I would get laid off. And then when I came back after that summer, they noticed my work ethic, and they're like, "Hey, can you be the
Lead dude.
be the production manager?"
Right on.
I'm off for sure. So for the next 7 years, I worked at this company.
Yeah.
I worked there 8 years total, and I learned how to do embroidery. I started. I first started doing the Orange County seal, and then I did the Santa Ana seals.
It's a dope seal.
I mean, it's iconic to me. You know, like
It
people
is.
right away they see it and they identify with it. Even if they're not from Orange County, I get a lot of people giving love to it. You know.
If you travel
I
around
just-
the world, that's where we're from, baby.
Yeah. I just recently did the LA seal too, and even people from Orange County are showing me love about
Yeah,
it, and I'm
yeah.
like, it's all
Of
good. You know,
course.
I'm not here drawing lines but well, anyways, going back. Sorry, I kind of tend to do that.
No,
But,
no, I like it. Give me,
No,
we
this is
get
what
the
we do,
full
brother.
story.
Yeah.
Hey, this show never stays on track. We're off the rails.
Well, the company went under. That's good.
That's a
That's
fact.
The company went under, and I literally went incognito for 3 years. You know, and I was getting hit up by multiple people. I shit you not, that were just telling me like, "When are you gonna get back on? When are you gonna get back on?" To the point where I was like, "Buy me a fucking machine, then." You know, like this shit's not free. You know,
That's
like
heavy, man.
You know, people. I have people to this day that waited 3 years. They could have gone to other embroiderers,
Yeah,
other
for sure.
people. They waited for me to get back on, and as soon as I was on, orders just start coming. You know,
Wow.
I literally started this, and bullshit aside, I and my wife can attest to this. I was like, okay, as long as I make an extra $500 a month, I'm good. You know, like I'm good with this.
Yeah, I've been trying
And
to
like
do
a
that
hobby.
forever.
And I'm not trying to brag, but I'm making like 4 times that or
Woo!
more. And I have my day job. During the day, I'm a county worker. You know, I work for the county during the day.
I dig it,
the
man.
way I look, you know,
I dig it.
they don't think so, you know. But I wear long sleeves, you know. But I'm good on paper, you know. My background shows that I'm right. You know,
Makes
like,
one of us.
You know, so
Yeah, I
they
got
hired
a
me
clean
after
background,
2
bro.
years. You know, after 2 years of you know.
They skipped my paperwork.
Nah, well, I mean, the thing is that it took 2 years. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, some
yeah.
people, I know people that have a pretty bad record, but if there's no violence or whatever, but they're there, but they also put in their time. You know, like
Yeah.
I know people that took 3-4 years to get into the county, and this was my dream because all I have is a high school diploma. I wanted to be able to show my kids, like, you know, your old man did it. You know, like
That's right.
to me, at least to
brilliant.
me, like to me, working for the county, you know, working for the government, whatever, you know, it's like a big thing for me. You know, I'm like,
Sure.
you know, and my family's proud of me. You know,
Yeah.
coming from where I've come, but yeah, and I do this when I get home. You know,
I like it, man.
I start cranking out orders. There's times that I had like 30 orders, and I'll crank them out in 2.5 days or so.
Wow.
And a couple people, that's what they like. They're like, your turnaround's phenomenal, but I'm like, it's not always like that.
1 hour, but yeah, you know, he's showing me love. Thank you, James.
No, thank you. You showed me love as well.
Man's
No,
a killer.
know,
I love him.
You know, like he's been following me since the beginning.
Hell
and
yeah.
Just a simple like goes a long way for me. I don't need people buying for me, but I know
It doesn't hurt.
You know, he was one of the main guys. Him
It doesn't
and
hurt.
This other guy, I reached out to both of them
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to thank them. That's
That's right.
all. And like, and I think he said like he just pretty much showed me love back, and we always kept in contact. And then he told me like,
Nothing but
I
love.
want you to go to our show. I want you on our show one day. And you know, even when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm down, but
Who has
deep
time?
down inside, I was like, fuck, man, I want to get out there, you know, like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I may
But-
need to talk to you after because besides this, I'm also a ring announcer for the local indie wrestling show they have here, OCCW.
In this
Okay.
building.
And I'm known as Joey the Bull, and I may need some merch, stickers, or something like that.
Yeah,
Pretty,
yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Adam's already hit him up. You're hitting him
Yeah,
up, man.
I'm probably
Absolutely.
probably one of the first ring announcers to have that. A lot of wrestlers. do
G
that.
Money over there's got ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
again,
No money, no honey, baby.
yeah, and again, if you guys haven't followed him already, it's
got his
word of
attention.
mouth MFG on Instagram. You definitely want to give him a follow. Again, just to be a lover and a patron of art, and what you do, James, is art. You know, and
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean it goes without saying, and you could see a little bit of you that goes into this. You know, you could almost see it almost licked itself into your work. You know, so it's kind of exciting to not only have you on, but I mean to showcase you in this forum because again, I mean. This is it's not just you're the homie, but like this is really great stuff, man. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, so
It makes
trying,
me
you know.
excited. I like it when Woods talks.
I don't. But again, you know the stuff that I'm,
How
I'm
about this
passionate
though? You know, this is an MMA jiu-jitsu based, fighting based show.
Yeah, absolutely.
People have gis, man. You want your gi embroidered? I think
Yeah.
I know a dude
Yeah.
that can embroider your gi and make custom gis, right?
Yeah,
It's a
I
whole
mean,
other market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make that happen.
Actually, the guy I was telling you about, John Maruquin from Rounders,
Rounders.
he since he did this big old favor for me,
Yeah.
like he got me this exposure. I also told him the same thing. I'm on if you have a gi that you want me to embroider, shoot it. You know, I'll do it.
That's dope.
Like I shot him a couple hats, and we're this close to hopefully maybe sealing a deal with Rounders to do
Sick.
anywhere up to 100 hats at a time.
That's dope.
And
So
that's-
because he showed I did too, and I think that wasn't enough. But he's so humble as well. Like he took the 2, and I told him if you want more, let me know, because he made a video that exposed me pretty big, you know, and he did an amazing job on it. So I mean, the least I could do is make him like even if he asked me for 10 hats, I would have done it no problem. You know what I mean? Just because such a good dude, he didn't. I mean. He's never charged me to this day, you know.
Wow.
And that's the way I pay people back too. I think
So,
he's
homie.
seen. I do a lot of scavenger hunts.
Dude.
I've probably given away close to like $700 worth of stuff. Like,
Right out of the trunk of his car. If you see him driving in Orange County, you're gonna get a hat.
Yeah. Or on my
That's all I
bike,
gotta say.
You know?
Yeah.
Or I do giveaways, you know, and I'll give away I'll get together with like 2 buddies that have companies, and we'll just
Yeah.
give away everything. and just one lucky winner up to 3 lucky winners. But then the treasure hunts, those are open for everybody.
It's sick. It's on
There'll
Instagram.
be like 7 people showing up to get one hat.
That's
and I'm just trying to
sick.
get people to engage. That's all I'm trying to do.
smart.
And get my image out there, get the name out there, because like I said, like I finally broke the barriers of Japan. A guy named Nori.
That's a huge ocean barrier, in case you guys are wondering.
Yeah, huge for me.
Bering
And
Strait.
I've been
Hawaii's
all
only
over the
halfway.
States, you know? I've been in Idaho, New York.
Damn.
Not me, but my
Your stuff,
merch,
right?
Yeah, and
No,
the
I see
stickers.
the hats. I see the stickers. It's
slapping them
everywhere.
everywhere, yeah,
right?
we're
I'm going to
I'm
start
slapping
slapping them. I got them. Watch where they end up. It's going to be X-rated, word of mouth.
Ooh, oh,
You're-
that sounds good to me. Now.
he never makes bad on a promise he makes. So
That's right.
Yeah,
it'll be there.
These two as like pasties or something, right?
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Right?
I'm going to try them on right now.
We're diversifying our portfolio here at
That's
the
not
Gym
what I'm looking
Crashers.
for.
Yeah, but speaking
But yeah,
of,
I like that.
engagement, we got
Yeah.
a shout out to Chris Krill and Cauliflower Nation.
Yes.
Sean Lerma of Our Life CBD.
In-house, Sean Lerma.
Absolutely. And Massage Matters, dude. Because if not for those companies and the people behind them, we wouldn't be here.
No,
Literally,
they
right?
take care of us. We take care of them. But look at those 2 new logos. We got word of mouth up there, in case you're wondering. And then is
Absolutely.
it all 7
Yeah, all 7.
on the right-hand side,
Right.
or it'll be my left, actually?
There we go.
That's
above
awesome
is,
to see that. Like I would have never thought in a million years, dude. It trips me out.
It's gonna stay there too.
Damn right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever the producer says, I go for. So,
There
you
go.
know.
So,
The idea behind all 7 is like all 7 days of the week. Like a lot of different people are starting to identify with it. Like,
Yeah.
I originally started it with like my background, which is the streets and skating and like
That's
you know
dope.
just like graphic. and
Orange
whatnot.
County kid, man.
But yeah, but now different people. There's this one guy that identified with it not too long ago. He's all hell yeah, all 7 days of the week. Fatherhood.
yeah, that's
So,
a fact.
So that's why when I say it now, I say like all 7 days of the week, like, and I try to identify with whoever's around me. I'm like practice or
Yeah.
sparring. All 7 days
All
of the
of
week
it.
you're doing it.
Look at that. Tied it into what we do. The
Yeah,
man's
so
a
I try to like
gifted
so
man
I'm
right
leaving
here.
it open for people now.
Yeah.
Before I was just gonna, like I said, I was gonna close myself off and make it into this like skater / tagger / streetwear.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people are starting to really like it. And
Absolutely.
and I haven't even dropped anything yet. Like I have the
I dig
hat.
it.
I'm gonna hopefully drop some shirts next week. I'm
Dope.
working with a new guy called Local Printing out of
Okay.
Huntington Beach, actually.
Whoa, my
He goes by
hometown,
Bino.
Bino.
Yeah,
That's what
and,
I need after I eat.
And he's gonna be doing my shirts hopefully real soon. I had another guy doing them, but he's got a lot of things going on, and he's a busy guy too.
I love
goes
that.
by Motivation.
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 That's-
And
I
but he's
love
real busy, so I get it.
I dig all these word plays though,
No,
right?
but I mean, but these are all people that I surround
cool.
myself with.
That's
like
pretty
these are
cool.
people that I'm collaborating with, going to collaborate with.
I dig it.
But
I want a shirt that says motivation.
he actually has a few.
I'm pretty
You should
sure-
check him out.
I
He
am-
has
I'm
a
gonna
really
check
cool-
it out.
Hit
Yeah,
them up on Instagram for
yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty sure my
motivation.com.
dad will wear that shirt.
He's got some pretty cool designs.
He's a cultivator.
Nice.
He's like,
He's been cultivating since before it was legal.
As long as it's
He's-
not Jim Jones, we're
He's
good.
he's his own best customer. I'll say that much.
There you go,
Just
10
like Chong.
words. Wow.
I'll never go broke. I'm my best customer.
No, hell no. Good job. Good job. So, I mean, James,
Yes.
obviously you're seeing your brand and your, it's almost your magnum opus, kind of being spread
Magnum
around.
opus.
Um,
He's getting Latin on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I dig it.
As an artist, right? Because, we've all been there where we've been like the starving artists and what have you,
Yeah.
right?
Still
so
there.
how
Yeah, no, still.
Right?
Yeah. So how does it feel to, actually be living and your kids can go to your Instagram and see people post stuff of their dad,
The real
like,
deal.
all around the world? That's got to be trippy, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is that because we do slap everywhere too. Well, my youngest is 5. He can't read, but he has a big lisp. I love I love my sons, but he goes word of mouth, word of mouth. He says word of mouth. And I like
That's cute.
He can't even read, and like I'm like, hey, what is this puppy? He goes word of mouth. And my oldest, and now I'm trying to get them into all 7 because
Sick.
all 7 is my brand, and like people keep thinking like, oh, can you make a shirt of this? And like I borrowed an
Peralta.
iconic hand here from
Yeah.
Santa Cruz.
Yep. It's Pal Peralta, no?
yeah.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
Santa Cruz, Pal
Yeah,
Peralta.
so but that's why I don't sell that's why I give away stickers. I
Yeah,
give away
yeah.
everything because I'm not trying to make money on it because I don't want to get dinged on it later.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
So it was just a homage to them, but it's become a logo that people are liking. And
No,
they're like,
I
make
dig it.
shirts, make this. And I'm like, no, this is not my brand. You know,
Yeah.
All 7 is the brand. Maybe I'll do a collab with Word of Mouth with my own company and hopefully do it. But
Collabing.
yeah, I
Our
try to do
homie
that.
here.
But it's surreal because they tell other people. You know,
Yeah.
they tell their friends at school. My son Devin has told his teacher. Like when I came to his conference not too long ago, she's all, "Oh, you do the embroidery for the county, right?" I'm like, almost. I work for the county and I do embroidery from home. And she's like, "Yeah, Devin told me." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." I'm like, it brings so much pride. Like it gave me goosebumps. I'm just like, you know. And I looked at him. I gave him a pat. I'm all, that's my boy, you know.
Yeah.
Because
That's cool.
yeah, and my daughter that's 2 years old recognizes it too.
That's amazing.
And because she sees the stickers everywhere, and I've actually
family
I have,
biz.
Yeah, I have videos where I have them sticker slapping, even up to the smallest one. I have her sticker slapping. You know, I'm just I'm trying to get everyone involved. It's a family business. You know, so I'm just trying to get everyone. You know, word of mouth is for the kids. You know,
It's gonna grow, man.
You know, and you know, little bit everyone. You know, not everybody, but it doesn't get me big headed every time I hear it, but I get a lot of people telling me like you're blowing up or you're gonna blow up,
It's
and I'm just
blowing
like,
up.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see. You know,
Well,
I'm not used to it 100% yet.
we have Adam Woods as your spokesperson right now. It's going to blow up.
Dude, I mean,
Bring it, Adam,
I'm
bring
in
it.
awe. Like literally, I'm in awe because like, I mean,
you.
in terms of artwork, I mean, it conjures up things that I saw as a kid. I mean, even like the lettering. I mean, Joey was talking
Is
about.
this Inglewood lettering? Did you see this in
I
Inglewood?
mean, it's definitely stuff that I grew up in around Inglewood, and I mean, I used to be that
clean.
kid where
Right?
like I would want that Impala, kit and whatever, and make it hop and all that jazz. So
Is that the car you wanted when you were a little 64 Impala?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I
Spoke
actually
trims?
wanted the '57 like Ford Falcon sedan.
Oh, the
with
satanic Falcon.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I mean, but these are things that are like even as I'm seeing it and scrolling through your Instagram, like it's conjuring up like memories of my past, and it's good memories, like
That's good.
Yeah, so
I appreciate that.
yeah, I just appreciate it, and again, word of mouth, MFG on Instagram. So
Check it.
again, check it out. You'll be glad you did. I definitely follow him. Dondo for sure follows him.
He's been. So
Yeah.
He's like been
Day
one of
one.
my
Almost
bigger
day
fans.
one, yeah.
I
Pretty
saw it and I
much.
said, oh, that
Day
stuff's
one.
cool.
Yep.
So, in terms of like fights, have you kind of got into like the SoCal fight scene?
Like just watching it. or-
Watching, yeah, absolutely.
It's a family guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Whenever
yes
you
and
can.
no. I mean, whenever there's a big fight,
Yeah.
like this last fight, I didn't get to watch it. You know, the
UFC.
Well, boxing. Sorry.
Oh, boxing too. Yeah,
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 yeah.
absolutely.
Pacquiao.
The
Yeah,
fight.
Pacquiao. I didn't get to watch it.
That was
but
a big
there's
one.
A new fight that my wife's like, because it's this weekend actually, the Cyborg one.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
And
big
I'm like,
one.
it's my birthday. I'm not gonna do that. And she's like, no, because she's a big MMA fan.
Oh,
she's like, huge
there you
MMA
We're
go.
inviting your wife on.
Yeah, and you even said
Shout out to Mrs. Cardenas.
Yeah, he even said I'll bring her, but I'm like, well, who's gonna take care of the kids?
Yeah,
You know?
bring them too.
Yeah, you gotta have some kind of play area over here for them, you know.
Throw them in the dojo.
That works, that works.
Jiu-jitsu's for, bro.
Yeah, that works. But
So she likes Cyborg.
yeah, well, no, she likes one of the other guys.
Okay.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Nate-
said
is it Nate
Nathan's a
Diaz?
beast. That's
Yeah.
so she's really good. Or
Is Nate Diaz fighting this week?
no, some other guy.
Oh,
Or-
another Nathan. I don't know. It's all good.
But
We got a
there's-
bunch of
there's a
crickets
big
in here.
Fight, I guess, and the
Yeah.
Cyborgs, I sent it to her because from what I took from the commercial or from the ad,
Yeah.
was that she just came back after a little
Yeah.
while, so
She got
I
knocked
was just
out.
sending that to her, but she didn't care about Cyborg. She cared about the guy
Yeah.
that's fighting, and she's like, oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
And I don't, but she knows more about MMA than I do.
That's
She
cool.
if you guys needed an interview on that, you probably interview her. Yeah.
We're going to call her up.
Yeah,
We're going to
shout
get
out
her
to
on the
Mrs.
phone. We'll
Cardenas.
talk to her. Miss
Yeah.
Cardenas.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's talk some word of mouth and we'll talk some UFC.
Yeah, for sure.
She probably would. Yeah,
I dig it.
yeah.
It's coming up. We'll do girl fights with her.
Now you mentioned obviously the Santa Cruz reference in your logo, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, how big were you into like the skate scene?
I've been skating. I mean, I'm from the '80s, so like came up skating. Since then, never was like a prominent skater. I never was like crazy, but I used it to get around mainly. You know,
Yeah.
I did a couple tricks here and there, but and I skated with my homies. But it's just something that the scene wasn't huge in the 80s or 90s, even in the mid 90s. It started getting bigger towards the end of the 90s.
Right, absolutely.
And
With
at
Tony
least for
Hawk.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
And then then everyone wanted to be a skater all of a sudden. Now the outcasts were the cool people again.
Yeah.
And
It's funny how that works. It's well put. The outcasts are cool again.
yeah, because no one gave a fuck about them.
No, just
Right,
skateboarding was a
the
crime.
skateboarders were all the stoners. They were the guys that were fucking getting high. Every negative connotation was put on them.
Yeah.
And like I hung out with all the homies, so like
Sure.
a skater hanging out with homies. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's my whole life.
it was a big influence. Yeah. But we originally were going to put a mouth, and my buddy that helped me make this actually by the name of Sal. He goes by Obi Chachi on Instagram, by the way.
Sal Obi Chachi.
Yeah, he made this, and I told him, you know what, just throw the Santa Cruz hand in there.
I dig it.
I'm not gonna, it's just a logo so people can identify this
Right.
this business.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sell it, and and I don't. Again, I give stacks of stickers to people. People that I know that are active, that are out there, and I mean, I'm getting them slapped all over, everywhere, and especially when I'm doing the scavenger hunts. But that's why the all seven. Originally the idea was going to be like a skating brand, but again, it's starting to become more. People are identifying it with it differently.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
Robert
you
is
could
all
say.
about the all seven. He works
Yeah.
7 days a week plus.
Yeah,
I take 2 or 3 days off. This is how I operate. But he grinds me.
John Arenadondo's a busy fucking man, people. I'm just saying.
I'm just older than everybody here, so I need some time. It's all good though. Robert, you're an all seven guy, 24/7. He works till like 1 a.m. Gets up at 5:30 with the baby.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a baby, dude, and then he comes here, and then goes and shoots Nissan commercials with Adam Woods, and then does
Dude, I shot a
Our Life
commercial
CBD
this
with
guy,
Sean, and then who knows what he does with Joey,
What are you talking about?
right? And whenever he shows up, he's with G, so he never rolls alone. I've noticed that about him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's always got, he's Batman. Everybody else playing Robin.
There you go.
Somebody throw Robin a microphone because I cannot hear.
I got your interview ready when you want to do
Oh, we got an interview ready. We got
There you go.
a trip to Timoyama, which is in Irvine, and up and coming fighter. And we're gonna go ahead and just let that take place right now.
Bastiani.
That's right, John Paul Boyce, Bosnoyan. This is Dondo. I'm here at Timoyama with John Paul Bosnoyan, here to talk about his first round TKO at LFA.
That's right.
How'd that go?
Man, it was a huge build-up because I had moved here to Timoyama, and that was a big step for me, moving with like a legitimate MMA and striking academy. And let's just say like all the hard work that I put in, finally paid off that night, and it couldn't have gone better.
Is that how you envisioned the fight? Was it something that you saw in your mind and you just carried out as you stepped into the cage?
I definitely had a game plan of if all goes wrong, I can always rely on my jiu-jitsu. But, just having that point in the fight of realizing that I could utilize my striking that I've been working on here at Timoyama was the turning point. I had a moment of clarity where I was like, oh, this is just another day of sparring. And once I realized that, it was pretty much game over.
John Paul is currently a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he grew up in Jiu-Jitsu, is how I understand it.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, how you were brought up within, your father's dojo.
Right, so my dad owns a martial arts academy in Hermosa Beach, California, and I didn't really have a choice at a young age. Jiu-jitsu and martial arts is pretty much all I've known since I was a little kid. It started off with my dad teaching his classes, walking around, carrying me in his kangaroo. So that's kind of where I started. And then from there, I started competing at the age of 5, and that escalated to then the transition to martial arts. But jiu-jitsu is definitely, who I am, and my style of jiu-jitsu is very unique and, in my mind, very lethal. So.
Very cool. I like to hear that. I love the Jiu-Jitsu base, and then you've expanded into other martial arts beyond that. Very nice.
Yeah, I think it's a great foundation to build off of. So if anyone's kind of thinking, should I start with boxing? Should I start with kickboxing, Muay Thai? I say personally, if you're going towards MMA, it's always great to have a foundation on the ground, because when shit hits the fan, that's where you're gonna end up, is on your back. So if you can survive there, and if you can be lethal there, that's ideal.
Understood. Now, newly signed to Iridium Sports Agency.
Yeah.
Looking for a fight. You're looking at LFA next?
Yeah, I'm looking right now at LFA in either October or September.
Okay.
Like, I'm not really sure yet, but my focus after each fight is to try to improve before I fight again. Because being so young in the sport, I'm not necessarily in a rush, but at the same time, I do have goals that I want to accomplish.
Sure.
But my biggest thing is the O on my record, and I want to keep that for my whole career. So I try to do all the necessary steps possible to maintain that.
Very nice, very nice. Where can people find you on social media?
My social media is, I'm mainly on Instagram, and it's at Jean Paul MMA, JeanPaul MMA. And then I have a Facebook page as well, but I'm the most active on Instagram, I would say.
Very nice. Check out my man, John Paul Bosnoyan.
That's right.
Long story, but
It's a pleasure.
my dad and my mom had a fallout, so.
Got it. We got that on camera. Thank you so much. But yes, grew up partially in Costa Mesa, mostly in Santa Ana, but local boy nonetheless. Straight up OC brand, word of mouth. So if you're looking for your city's logo, if you're looking for something cool, hit my man up, because if you check his Instagram, he probably has something you're going to like on there. Dig the Angels hats. They're out of control, like multiple Angels hats,
Yeah.
right?
The OC Halo, that's the hot
Halos,
one
right?
now. Mm-hmm.
And then he's got all the city logos. I mean, just some crazy stuff. Digging this. I just thought of it in the afternoon. He put it together so quick, and I was going to flip the bill up, but I got yelled at because you can see the massage matters on my forehead. So we'll keep the bill down for this show.
Absolutely. And again, guys, what you just saw was a masterful job by our Dondo here, interviewing John Paul Libostiani.
Why, thank you.
So, yeah, little quick bits about, first off, I mean, the greatness of Dondo. That interview was fire, right? Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Dondo, the Gym Crash.
I do my
on
best.
Instagram. You got to check him out. Hire him, I'm sure.
Oh, hire me. Yeah. I'll take that.
I don't know if
Whatever he
there's enough
says.
zeros in the bank account to hire.
No zeros. I work for 20
He
bucks.
works for tacos.
Well, that's obvious.
Oh, there you go.
It's amazing what I'll do for a burrito.
Hello, Zip.
Hey, if you
West
roll it
Hollywood,
up.
that's a different thing. But anyway, I digress. But about the gentleman that you just saw, John Paul Libostiani, when I first heard about John Paul was actually
LFA.
with Jason House and Albert Morales at UFC 209, where Coach Andre, their jiu-jitsu coach, rather than party after Albert's UFC win, he needed to get back to Coach John Paul, who was competing in jiu-jitsu the following day.
Whoa.
So that just shows the acumen of him, right? And then going back to the first U.S. Celtic Gladiator, as an amateur on a day's notice.
Was that the first one?
Absolutely.
I don't even remember the entire card. I was there and I have no recollection.
At the Florentine Gardens. And that was
El
actually
Monte.
2 days ago, 2 years ago.
To the
2
day
days
almost.
ago. Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Can you believe
shout
that's
out to
2
Albert
years?
and Celtic Gladiator.
Right.
But this is a gentleman who, on literally a day's notice, sold 40 tickets as an amateur fighter and had it was
Henry Gracie?
Henry Gracie in his corner. So and knocked the guy out and.
Amazing recall, Woods. And you say, I'm amazing. Geez, I don't know where you get all that information, but okay.
It's
I believe him
something's-
100%.
Yeah, something's just thick. But and again, if the face is familiar, that's the gentleman who is in around with Brian Ortega, T City, in the UFC.
Hermosa
embedded.
Beach.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the guy that you see around with Ortega. So the fact that he's training with Oyama, the fact that he's in and around like Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and Brian Ortega, he's one to watch. So and he just came off of a blistering win at LFA the last time that they were here. So again,
That I
John
hear.
Paul Libostiani is one to watch. So thank you, John Paul, for that interview.
Look at that. Mr. Woods is just a wealth of information. I love all that you just said. I'm trying to keep up with all of it. But he does bring up a valid point. This show, everything we do, everything that we call gym crashers, and everything that is according to Woods, kind of got its spark and its start around that same time of Celtic Gladiator.
2 years ago, yeah.
We started as full contact fanatics earlier in the year, but wasn't much earlier. Was it, Robert? Was it in May? April, May. So we got maybe a 2-month jump, and then the CEO of Celtic Gladiator, Albert, was staying at my hotel and hit me up, and then bam, we've been doing business ever since. And I saw Woods. I thought he was the Joe Rogan of minor league MMA. I was like,
Too kind.
I was blown away. I'm like, look at this dude. He gets to do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I was doing it too. And it wasn't by aspiration. It was just simply by get over there and do that. Why do I got to do it? Well, because you're the guy with the microphone.
You connect with people.
Whatever
If
Robert
you've seen-
tells me to do, I do.
If you've seen John Arredondo at fights,
Yes.
at subversive tournaments,
Well,
he's the
hey.
guy that everybody wants to see. I mean,
Well, thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
I had
And,
a nice set of headphones put on me at
Yes, you
Subversive.
did. Yes, you did. And
I had 'em right
I guess
here.
that's a picture that may or may not come out.
If
you're
you've got
ready
it,
for
share it. If you
public
don't, you're never
office.
going to see it. So
Yeah, public
But I
office or what
I
have
was
you.
told a big storm is coming through, and
Those
his
were-
name is Joey the Bull.
those were wireless headphones, by the way.
So you
They
guys
were
better watch out for the
Bluetooth.
bull.
What's that mean?
That means
Storm.
I'll be with you guys.
Well, no, we want you to come with us, but don't bring a storm. That sounds like you have gas or something.
Bruh, you know,
No backfire.
no.
Like an old Volkswagen.
No.
So, James, in terms of artists that you see, obviously you mentioned some of the people that you're collaborating with, but I mean, as an artist who inspires a lot of people, who right now in 2019 are you inspired by in terms of artwork or otherwise? Where do you draw inspiration for this amazing brand that you have?
Well, thank you. Well, and I don't consider like what I do art just because I don't do any of the art. But I mean, a lot of people say that it is, but I'm just kind of doing what people send me with the and I hate to keep plugging it in because I mean that's what I want to do is all seven.
Plug it.
Yeah, I work with artists for that. But if there's a brand right now that I identify with or that I like, it's Hard Luck, and they're based out of I guess you could say Oceanside / Watsonville.
Yeah.
Jason Jesse, which
Yeah.
is another skater from the '80s.
That's right.
That's his company, and actually I've been able because of word of mouth. I've been able to talk to
That's so cool.
the guy that runs Hard Luck, which is like his right hand man.
Man.
And hopefully
Making
maybe one day
connections.
we're gonna have some kind of collab going on. But and the hometown hero Suavecito. Suavecito.
I
which
dig
is,
that.
Which he
Right?
was talking about earlier. And
Can't keep my hair down without it.
Yeah, there it is.
Makes it kind of look black too.
They're the ones who I look up to. You know, those are the ones that I aspire to be like. I don't want to be as big as that. I mean, some people think I'm crazy when I say that, but I don't want to be huge. I just want to be able to make a mark, you know, and like. But the artists
You're
that
a humble man because I think you already have that impact.
Well, thank you.
Really?
But there's two artists that I work with a lot at the moment, and one of them is my buddy Marcus. He goes by Boots Laced on Instagram, and Leno, which is the one that did this
The Water Tower?
the water tower. He has a lot of good work. We've been collaborating a lot. We're gonna be doing for all seven a big piece for a shirt that's gonna look real nice.
It's a killer logo. I mean, it's on the hat already. It's behind me over there on my left shoulder.
My
so-
friend Koopa made that actually. I originally came up with a logo very raw that I made out of fonts because I don't like my you're your biggest critic.
Right,
so like,
absolutely,
I don't
100%.
like the way I write anymore. You know, like so I came up with something that I found with fonts and then I told her, can you make this better? And like 2 days later sends me it and this is what came out.
Dope.
Wow.
And
That's a tattoo on your shoulder, I bet.
not yet, but so
coming.
The way the all seven, so some people can't recognize what it looks like, but it's supposed to be like a Roman numeral, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I thought.
It's a V, but I flipped it, which is all, so that's why it's an all seven.
Got
so,
it.
That's a
Sick.
perfect
Instead of-
integration,
Yeah, because originally it didn't have this. It was just an upside down V.
Right.
Which all I did, V11 is 7, flipped it over, it's all, and in your mind you're supposed to like identify it's all 7, in a way. And then she just came up with this, and
I dig it.
that's what came out. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question again, I mean, there's a lot of people, and I just honestly, like, if you look at my wardrobe, it's all local companies. Like the motivation guy I was talking
That's
about.
that skater thing too. That
Yeah.
ethic of dealing with the people that you're, in close contact with. I like that.
I mean, I even have a list. Like, I think I have it somewhere.
Hit it.
Like,
Bring it out, man. Talk about 'em.
Of who like inspires or who I work with, who I look up to. Look who's the first one. That's my wife's name, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
There you go.
She's the one that kind of helped. Well, she's the one that kept telling me, do it, because I kept being scared to get the machine.
Yeah.
You know? The machine is where it all started because she kept telling me, like, you need to get the embroidery machine already. And I'm just like, but we need to save money. You
Yeah.
know? And she's like, just get it. You're going to make money, you know? And,
That's right. That's a good wife.
Caesar at Gunther's is the one that put me on with Gunther's. Cool dude. I've actually known him for about 10 years now.
Right on.
They're the same people that run Suavecito. They're the same people.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They
branched
Suavecito
off.
is plugged into everything right now.
Wow.
They have a thing called Firme Club. They have a
Firme.
gym. They're starting some tacos from what I've heard.
Whoa.
I mean, they're plugging into everything. I mean, they got a girl line. They got makeup.
Wow.
I mean, you name it, they got it. They even have Suavecito Speed, which is like some kind of like
Whoa. Does
Like-
that
like
wake you up for the whole week?
everything, right? Everything. No.
Is that out in Palm Desert
Into
somewhere?
Everything. I
That
mean,
from
they're
Shadow
taking
down the
over.
street. Eh?
They're taking over, you know.
He really is from Santa Ana. You
Yeah,
want
I
some
mean,
speed?
But I wear everybody's stuff, you know. And Hard Luck is they're a big company. They're pretty mainstream, but they're still underground. And
Right,
like
absolutely.
I wear all their stuff. There's an artist that I like by the name of Jesse Barba. He does a lot of art that and he doesn't have his own brand, but any shirt that he drops, whatever brand it is, I go on and I snatch it up. Some company named Baskets has done stuff with him. Working Class Cultura, which is a pretty big company, pretty big following on Instagram.
Yep.
I've actually talked to them a few times, and they shout me out. I shout them out.
You represent that,
yeah.
the working class culturas. That's
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah,
That's good.
And their message, you know, and everything. That's where I drew from them too, because one of their slogans is "Build your dreams," and that's what I'm kind of doing, you know, like with this machine.
Yeah.
And now it gave me enough fruit where I could start this all seven. All seven's I've been trying to start this since 2015, but
Wow.
there's never enough money for it. You know, then life happens. I lost my job. I lost my job, and then my daughter was born a few months after. Wow. And then right before that, I had a truck. It got stolen, and this has all happened in like a matter of a month and a half, 2 months. And it's like, then I started applying for the county, and it took 2 years. I was going in and out of work for different jobs that I wasn't gonna stay, and all I kept telling myself is, "You're gonna land the county. You're gonna land the county. You're
Nail
gonna land
it.
the county." I went on like 13 interviews.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Like, I
That's
would
crazy.
cry. I would, like, not believe in myself. And who was always there? My wife. Tell me, like, you're better than that. And you're going to get it. Don't worry. And sure enough, 2018,
Yeah.
October, I started working for them.
Right on.
You know, and I do that by day, like I said earlier. And then I embroider and, you know.
Sick.
and-
That's a
and-
good story.
And message people all day. You know, I
Yeah.
answer almost
You
every
engage
message.
everybody.
Yeah, I engage with everybody, almost everybody.
It's good.
If I can't, I'll send a message to my wife. Hey, somebody's right there. I'm busy. Like right now, if there's people already jamming me up right now. My wife's probably answering those questions.
I love
like,
that.
You know, hey, how much for this, or how much?
Yeah.
What kind of discount? You know.
Well, real quick, I want to give a big shout out to some of our viewers on our Facebook. I got Jamal Harris.
Jamal.
Yo, Jamal, what's up, brother?
Want to see you fight
Gold
again,
Jet,
buddy.
Nate Warren, I guess.
Yo, Nate Wren, what's up,
Wren,
brother?
my
Nate
bad, my
Dogg.
bad.
Nate Dogg.
Mary Kay Woods.
Mary
Hey,
Kay
honey.
Woods.
Lyric Hinojosa and Mindy Hinojosa.
Oh, the
Right?
Hinojosa clan.
And a big shout out to all of our YouTube viewers. I'm not sure who's on the YouTube right
Who's
now.
on the
watching.
tube, Robert? Give us some names. Okay, Robert is not prepared, but that's okay. He's over there carrying a furry thing around the room.
All right.
Yeah, it's quiet.
There you
It's
go.
silent. It's all good. He's probably not even logged on, so we're on Facebook Live tonight. Are we on? I don't know.
We're still on, brother.
We're good. Okay.
So, obviously, James, you kind of talked about things that you've gone through, you know, over the last couple of years trying to get this label off the ground. Obviously, we've got people that are in different phases of their life that are probably watching tonight. What advice could you give them in terms of, like, I guess, fortifying your dreams regardless of obstacles?
Honestly, what a lot of people say, and I think some people think that I should be offended by it, but I've probably met a lot of people, and I can't count on two hands how many people I guess you could say I've inspired. But I hear this comment a lot, and again, it doesn't offend me, and some people get offended for me. They're like, if you can do it, then I can. And I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. It's just like, do it, go for it. Like, don't be a pussy. You know,
That's a T-shirt right there.
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy.
yeah. Like my wife again. My wife kept telling me, she's like, because she read this book, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
She's like, you know, we have it, but all you want to keep doing is guard it. You know, like
Yeah.
fucking let's invest in it. You know, and
Yeah.
like all I wanted her to do was like save it. You know, like a couple years ago when we went to Disney again with money that we had saved, but we still penny pinched.
Yeah.
This time I made enough fucking money and I was able to get a hookup to get in. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to get in trouble.
That's right.
But I was able to. I'm able to get in at a cheap price.
That's right.
But I told my wife, "Mom, these boys are gonna get whatever the fuck they want this time. They're not gonna get one churro for two people.
Right.
You know, pass it and lick it. Right. Like you're gonna get your own shit.
We've all been there. We've all been there, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm
have your
just
own
saying,
shit,
bro.
right? I
My whole life.
Like usually my dad or my dad.
Why you gotta make me feel bad? I still pass it and lick it.
I mean, I still will. My wife and I still share it, you know. But the boys are gonna have their own.
Are we talking about churros?
Well, whatever it is, I share. I share.
But like, we've always been kind of tight on money, so it's like they would ask for like a lightsaber or some kind of glow in the dark shit.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm not gonna pay $20 for that shit because Disneyland inflates everything,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
But I told my wife, Mom, whatever the fuck they want, I'm getting it for them.
Good man.
That because I worked my ass off for this shit.
Yeah.
We have so much money put away right now.
Good.
That you know, and a lot of it goes right back in. You know, like I've made X amount, but I keep putting money back in to buy more hats, to buy more thread, to buy this, to buy that. You know, and to start this other company. You know, because it's
going big now.
It costs. It literally is gonna. It costs like an easy 2 G's to like at least try to get like 200 shirts. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then to get the artwork made, or I have, you know, I know there's different places, but like, cause what I want like front and back. You know, if you're just gonna do front, everything
Yeah.
is cheaper. You know, like
Sure.
like the Jurassic Park shirt. Like,
Yeah.
That shirt, you could probably sell it. You could probably sell it for like $15 and still make money because
I saw it on $5 on eBay, but yeah.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, it's cheap to make, but like because I want a decent sized logo.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
big logo. I you know, and then I'm still gonna charge a decent shake because there's people out there that are selling their fucking shirts for like $35.
Oh yeah, 50.
And
even.
yeah,
Right.
like, and
for
it's just
sure.
fucking
Crooks and
simple.
castles.
Yeah, simple. Yeah, crook. Exactly.
Right?
No, but it's just, and like them, they sell their shirt for $17. Big ass logo in the front, big ass little parakeet on the back.
I dig it.
And for 17, and like I want to get to that at some
That
point.
price
but-
point, yeah.
Yeah, at that price point, but even the price point that I have now, it's not far from it. You know,
Yeah.
people are. I have a lot of support. You know, family especially, friends, strangers like you that I guess we could call each other homies now.
We're
but,
homies now.
You know, like he gave me.
But I'm
mad
always a
love.
stranger. No, it's all good.
Mad love, like
That's
what I
right. That's
you
what
know?
it's about, man.
Mad love all
Right?
the time. This guy
And hard
I'm
work,
already
man.
getting it from you. You know, I can feel it, and
Appreciate
I'm
you,
humbled by it. You know, and like I said, like, but going back again. See, I did it again. The best advice is just
Work hard,
you know,
man.
yeah, put some money aside, and just just do it, but like it. You know, like
Yeah.
that's why I love doing this because it is like a hobby for me. Like and then I have my day job. You know, and then I sometimes can't wait to get home because I'm like, oh, I have this new, like yesterday, I think you saw,
Yeah.
I dropped the Stanton logo. I'm
I
like,
thought
can't
he
wait
did
to
that
do
for us
Stanton
because
logo.
we're in Stanton.
Well, it was a couple homies
Right?
from Stanton, and I already got like 6 or 7
It's pretty cool.
inquiries about it. But my advice again, just don't give up. Don't let the haters, don't let anyone, you know, sway you because there's always going to be that one person like, oh, well, you know, fuck them. I mean, just don't even listen.
No, you
to
said it
them.
right because if you're doing your thing and they got something to say about it, trust me, they got more to say when you're not doing your thing. So
Yeah.
keep doing your thing.
Yeah, and I don't hate on people. I try not, you know, I try to put everybody out there. There's people, there's certain brands out there that I probably don't get along with. They don't get along with me, but
That
people will
happens.
put me together with them.
Yeah.
And I'll still repost them. I don't care. Like I'm not gonna hate. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let them, you know, snuff my shine. You know, because like I'm trying to, like I said, I want to make a mark. I'm not trying to be the biggest guy out there. I'm not trying to be as big as Nike. I'm not trying to be huge. I don't want none of that.
No.
I don't. I just want to be, you know, big enough.
The
you know, but-
the biggest brand in Santa Ana.
There you go.
Well, no, Suavecito's got that crown. I'll let them, and my respects to them, you know, I'm humbled by them.
Yeah.
For them.
And they keep
for Douglas
growing,
to
right?
Get me on. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
huge.
They got everything, you know.
I dig that. I did not realize this was going to be the inspirational Gym Crashers dream episode, but it talked about a lot of what you've done. I know that Adam felt that motivation as well because he talked about where he had
100%.
come from. Robert and I, of course. You cried on your wife's shoulder. I cry on Robert's shoulder all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is it called Gym Crashers, by the way? I wanted to,
That is something that is kind of our magnum opus. It started with these guys going into gyms and finding out about the stories behind the fighters and the fights that you saw, the up and coming talent coming straight out of Southern California, and really getting to learn and listen to their stories. So that's Gym Crashers, man.
that's cool. I like
That was it in a nutshell. And then, can't always get out, so we'd bring fighters in, and now we're doing the in-house live show, and then we get out as often as we possibly can, but we'll get out to fights and jiu-jitsu tournaments, and Big Joe's got something
Breaking
to
news.
say.
We got a picture of the Churro King. There you go. You're talking about churros earlier.
That's accurate. That needs to be a stencil.
That's daily.
needs to be a
That is
stencil.
daily.
So happy.
Who's that?
Anyway, James,
Whose shirt is
I'm not sure if we mentioned. Where can we find you on social media?
on word of mouth MFG and all 7 MFG. That's the I guess subsidiary, but that's the brand that I'm starting. And then word of mouth is the business, is the embroidery that I do.
Sweet.
Check the embroidery right on the
All
hat.
right, and Adams, Woods.
According to
where
Woods on Instagram, I've got a Facebook page, and then you should also subscribe to Free Admission Media, both on Facebook
Always.
and on YouTube. If you don't already, I don't know what you're doing, guys.
and Dondo.
Dondo, the Gym Crasher. Our Life CBD in-house, Sean Lerma. Hit him up. We got Joey the Bull taking us out.
That's right. Thank you, everybody, for watching again. Gym Crashers catches every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you next week.
I'm
Thank
my
you.
own grandpa.
Thank you.
Well spoken. No, you did.
That's right.